I've got the new advanced chute system right here. I've got my old quick chute that I homemade. Worked great for me for this past year. We put 100 hours on this mower. And if you're interested in seeing a review, a 100-hour review on this mower, drop a comment and let me know. You don't have to take this part off of the bracket, but I'm going to, just so y'all can kind of see what I'm doing in here. This is a 1/2-inch socket. I just put it on a little 1/4-inch impact. And then I have my I have a couple of, like, a socket and a wrench here in case I can't get the angles. But I'm gonna take this off real quick, guys. That way y'all can see kind of what we're doing a little bit better. And I'm actually gonna have to pull out my socket because I can't get to this one right here. Let me see. All right, I'm popping these bolts out real quick. There we go. There's the old chute. I'm gonna keep this hardware just in case we ever want to put it back on. And I don't know if I'm gonna get my impact in there or not. Let's see if I can fit it. Yep. Anyways, it's just 3 bolts right here. It'd probably be easier if you had it jack it up. And I do, but I'm too lazy to go get it. Alright guys, there's the bracket. 3 bolts on it. Get my hat back on here. So we got the chute off. I'm going to show you what comes in the little kit here, best I can. All right, here is the actual blocker and the mechanism itself. You can see it's got that little notch out right there to go around that. It looks like it's supposed to go around that right there. Anyways, well, I zoomed in too much. Here's the little handle, that little plate kit right there. That is going to go right there on the mower, right where your drink holder thing's going, which probably broke off if you have more than 50 hours on it. Those aren't the best. If you're gonna hold your drink on the mower, buy you a better holder and put it on somewhere else, or just hold it and drive with one hand like I do. But anyways, we're gonna put this on. We got to take that off, and I'm glad that this is one of the newer bad boys, because the old ones, they have a bolt right here and it's harder to do. But with this one, loosen the wing nut a couple turns and then it should just lift up. Well, let me see. Should just lift up and out of there like that. All right, let me just lay this on the ground here. We're gonna put that on here. That one right there, let me see if you can see it. It's gonna be that bolt right there, come up under here, and it's gonna be that one right there. Let me get my wrenches and I'll tell you what size it is. All right, it looks like it's probably gonna be a 3/8 to me, guys. Let's see. Yep, 3/8. Okay, get you a little 3/8 inch wrench. That's what you're gonna hold the nut on the back with. And then, like I said, you're gonna have to get an Allen key. One size down. Looks like it's gonna be a 2. 2 or a 2.5. It's probably gonna be standard, but I only have metric with me and it's gonna work for here. We're gonna make it work. All right, I got the first one out here. Here's the last one there. Get that out. Go ahead and grab this right here. Now guys, this right here is gonna mount over these 2 holes, and you're gonna see a square cutout. That's gonna go to that bolt right there. This is how it's gonna mount. So you're gonna wanna get this one out. That's gonna be a 1/2 inch as well. So take the 1/2 inch that we took the chute off with, put it on your socket. It should be pretty self-explanatory. Take this off. Make sure your parking brake is up, because I had it down and it was in the way of my socket. So just put it up and your socket will do just fine. You're only gonna get about a quarter turn in here, but it shouldn't matter. You should be able to get it out pretty easy. Just don't lose the nut. I've done that before, and they are a pain to find. I bet if you had one of those little snap-on right angle impacts, that thing would be awesome in here. Alright. Got it loose enough where I could just take it off with my fingers. Go ahead and pull that bolt out of there. Now that you got your bolt out of here, you're gonna take your little handle kit. That's how it's gonna mount. Now they should have sent you an extra long bolt to go through there for this hole and for both of these, as well as a new nut for this one. I don't know if they sent ones for here. I haven't even looked at the kit, but I kept up with all my bolts and nuts, so even if they didn't send them for here, I should have enough to put it back on. So I'm gonna just thread this through, make sure that square part, the hex part on here, fits in with that. Slide it on. I'm gonna grab the nut right here. I'm just gonna finger tight it, guys. Finger tight it for now before we crank them all down. Both of these little screws that they sent, where the drink holder was, they're longer. They're gonna be able to get through the added thickness of the metal. They're gonna go in there just like that. Let me check my kit and see if they sent new nuts for these, or if they just sent longer bolts. All right, looks like they just sent longer bolts, which is fine. Like I said, keep up with your nuts here, and you should be just fine. I'm gonna come back here, finger tight it. They just go back in the same holes, just like you took them out. I'm gonna go ahead and crank down this 1/2 inch before I do the 3/8. Let's see here. Line it up. That's pretty tight. I hadn't given it the final crank yet, but we're gonna go ahead and get these Allen bolts tightened down. That way we don't misalign any of the holes by cranking one down and leaving the others loose. All right, spin that joker in there. That's tight. And the good thing is these are lock nuts, so they shouldn't back out and get loose. If they did, you can put a little purple Loctite on there, some blue Loctite, whatever you want to do. This kit is really straightforward, guys. I hope this video helps you be able to install your kit with confidence and kind of know what you're doing. Not many people are making videos on them. And so, there's people out there that'd rather pay a dealer to do it just because they're not comfortable with doing it themselves. And I hope this video helps y'all save some money. There's no reason for you to have to take it to the dealership unless you're just rich like that and you don't have the time to do it. But guys, if I wasn't videoing it, I could put this on in 10 minutes if I wanted to. So there's a little lever right there. That's going to be open. That's going to be closed. Let's grab this new plate. Right here is the new style plate for this mower. It's got a cutout that's going to go right over this right here. And when it closes up, it's going to go like this. When it closes up, the blade shouldn't hit it. The blade should be, I want to say, let me see here. Yeah, it should be just fine. But anyways, let me cut this zip tie or break it real quick. And well, I don't have my knife on me. That ain't good. Let me grab my knife real quick. All right, there's that. I'm gonna weave this right here up. I'm not gonna go through the frame. I'm just gonna go between these linkages right here. I'm gonna line these three holes up, just like that. All right, guys. I will show y'all this real quick. Let me just, if I let go of it, it's gonna fall. Let me drop these bolts down in here, and I'll get the camera in here closer and kind of show you what I'm doing. Hopefully I can get a better camera angle. Videoing it by myself right now, so it's gonna be a little bit more difficult. Just put one bolt in there to hold it. Let me get this camera and kind of show y'all what I'm doing. I will say, working this close to the engine and the muffler, I'm glad I decided to do this on an off day when the mower hadn't been running, because I bet this sucker would get hot and burn my arm on it trying to install this kit if I'd been running the mower for a minute. Alright, let me get this 1/2 inch socket back on my impact. Alright guys, got all those bolts tightened down. Kit opens and closes nicely. Now we just need to route this cable here. So I think what I want to do, that's my clutch spring. My one concern is the muffler right here, guys. If this cable is kind of bowed out like that, that muffler is going to melt that rubber right off the cable. So I'm going to see if I can't route this a little bit of a better way. That way we can keep it from damaging our cable. On the 48 and the 60s, they shoot that way. And they're lower down. It's not a canister muffler. So. Alright guys, here's what I'm looking at. If I run it between the frame to here, it's far enough away from this muffler, but it's rubbing on the belt. So, that being said, I'm going to see, let me see here. I'm going to run it back between the frame and the chute. Well, I can stay out of these springs. Alright, yeah, I'm going to have to run between the frame and the chute. This is going to work better. What you're going to do, take this little rubber cap, slide it up the cable, unthread this nut like that, like so. You got one nut at the bottom of this. Slide that cable through the groove right here and push forward. Now you got your threads and the walled out part of this. You're going to tighten down on these bolts just like that. slide that rubber cap back up and over. All right, now I'm gonna loosen up this nut right here on the handle. That way I can slide this cable in. Let me grab this camera. My cable, the eyelet on that, and I got this bolt right here on the handle. You're gonna take that bolt off, slide this cable on, and adjust it. Adjust these nuts and bolts. Move that cable system forward or backwards until you get the best opening performance with your chute on your mower. That's why it's adjustable. And once you adjust it, then crank those down. Don't crank them down beforehand, because you're going to have to loosen them up. If you leave them hand tight, you can do the adjustments without having to get your wrenches out. So what I'm about to do, get this sucker loosened up. Let me grab my impact, see if I can make this quick. All right, got it loosened. Take that off, slide that over the eyelet, boom, got it on. Not too tight. Alrighty, so here's the cable operating system. It's locked into place, just like that. Looks good. Cable comes up into here. Boom. Open, close. I will say, I have a 61 with the same chute on it from BadBoy. When I do this, that does not fly open like that. It slowly opens, and it's really annoying because sometimes it gets stuck halfway open. I am a big fan of the big beefy spring they put on the new style. It's a lot tighter to pull on, but that is way nicer than having to get down there with your foot while the blades are on and kick the chute up because it won't come up. I really like this. It locks in nice, and honestly, I've got mine adjusted all the way at the back. Sorry about the focus, guys. I was not looking at my camera. I got this adjusted all the way to the back, and that seems about where it's happy at. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my half inch right here. Ooh, it's not a half inch. That's a 9/16. Let me go grab 9/16. Alrighty. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this. Check it out, guys. It's completely installed. Open, close, real easy. You just pull back, pull up on that lever, and it's open. And the good thing about these is it's adjustable. If you are cutting a really tall property and you don't want to shoot it into the flower beds or into the driveway, but it's just too tall and thick to mulch, close it down like this. The grass is going to hit it, and it's going to make a windrow that you can go back over and spread out later, but it keeps you from having to have the chute all the way closed or all the way open. That's what these little notches are. It's adjustable. You want it all the way closed and you want to mulch some leaves or something, or you want it all the way open if you're cutting some wide open area. This is just a must-have for any mower, guys. I don't even know why they come with those rubber chutes anymore. If you mow any sort of grass, even your own grass, it's so handy to have one of these. Mulch your leaves up, keep grass out of the flower beds. Don't throw a rock at the neighbor or at a window or a kid or something. Super handy to have. I will go ahead and do some grass cutting with it and show you how it works. Check that out, guys. That's my deer plot from last year. Super tall. Bogged it down. Let's see how it mulches leaves. Let me take you over here where there's some leaves at. Guys, we just took this sucker. I mean, I don't think y'all have any idea how tall that stuff is. That stuff was up as tall as the engine compartment. We just took it down right through there. And for these yellow weeds here, these yellow flowers, horses won't eat them. They haven't had time to spray them. But for these yellow flowers, those things are stringy, they're wet, they don't ever cut good. I was thoroughly impressed with this mower. Not only the mower, quick chute right here where we used it to mulch. I was thoroughly impressed with how good this mower mulched. Now let's see how well it mulches leaves. All right, guys, let me know what you think about this new chute blocker and the BadBoy Revolt SD. Thank y'all for watching this long. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you out and maybe save a little money getting a dealership to install you one. Overall, I think these are well worth the money, especially if you're cutting grass every day for a living like I do, or if you live in a neighborhood where you're worried about throwing grass at the neighbor's house or whatnot. This is just a great investment for any mower. I would highly recommend, whether you have a BadBoy, Exmark, Skag, whatever you have, I would highly recommend putting one of these. If you're in an area where you can run a mulch kit, by all means go with the mulch kit. You never have to open or close it, but most of the times, due to inclement weather, even warm weather grasses are hard to mulch sometimes. I have mulch kits, I have quick chutes, and I've had none of those. I've just had an open chute before. So overall, I think the quick chute is just, it dominates as far as you can do anything. You can mulch with it, you can mow overgrown grass like we just did here. And if you have a mulch kit, you're stuck when it comes to overgrown grass, unless you want to take 20-30 minutes to take the mulch kit off. With the quick chute, you can do both. It doesn't mulch as well as a full-on mulch kit. It doesn't have baffles underneath it, but what it does have is a 1 second change between mulching and side discharge. So anyways, I think it's a great investment.